Sorry, I'm a few minutes late, y'all. But you know what you guys can help me do? Can you help me take out my roller? Hi, everybody. I apologize. I was running a few minutes behind, but if y'all want to help me take my rollers out while I talk, um, I usually try to come up here with everything put together, but today it just wasn't happening. And so, hello, happy Monday. No problem. Hello, Jessica. I love your name. Oh my goodness. So, a few of you have actually bought the condition curl and spiral workshop that I'll let y'all see me full. See me full screen. Well, I show y'all this technique, a couple other techniques, and this has been washed my hair a few days ago. I don't Thanksgiving night or Friday, and so now I'm just taking them out. I usually have my oil handy, and I tell y'all to you can use oil to separate it. It's a really good time to get on the scalp. Hey, Glorious Lies. Hey, y'all. And I'm like, this is a hair channel predominantly, so I think it's okay, right? If I take these out. But how's everyone Thanksgiving? Did y'all eat a lot? I've been trying to get some walking in to counter it. But how has your Thanksgiving all been? I hope that it's been enjoyable. So let y'all see what I got going on. These are pipe cleaners, and then I'm just pulling them off, and then I'll separate it out so you kind of can get to see what I do usually right before I get on camera. I'm usually doing this, if it's not already done, 2 minutes before I go live. And I just didn't have that time. What did you say? Amazing. Hope everyone had a beautiful day. Great. Let me change my name because I think my name is okay. You say, yes, please. Yes, it was low key at your house, but you really need a break and really needed a break from work. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'm glad it was peaceful. Thanksgiving was awesome. Good. Good, good. What y'all did y'all cook anything? I'll always break. So these are black pipe cleaners I ordered on Amazon. And they break easy. But these are the same exact ones I used in the video that I posted. Um, had to work both jobs. Okay. Oh man, did you get paid overtime for that? How was yours? Mine was like one of the best. Listen, I don't really celebrate, quote unquote. We say that we don't celebrate, right? But we all eat. But I actually enjoyed peace, being at home. My daughter was with family, and I said, you know what, I have to work the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday deals. I'm kind of, when you're a business owner and you're not a big business, you don't have a whole team that's doing this. I'm literally back there putting together the flyers, putting together everything. So I had to handle that. She said, nope. I can't wait to tell y'all about some things today. Today we're going to be talking about the third annual holiday giveaway. Third annual. I feel like it's the fourth. Hold on. Today is 2003. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 2000 at the end of 2000, we started the first one. And so I have some info to share with you. Hi, Mandy from Barbados. Oh, I wish I was there. Yes, we stay home and cook turkey and all the fixing. Your kiddos and hubby helped. It was beautiful. We really spent time together. That's nice. See, that's so nice. I love that. Hi, Tilwania. Visited your new grandbaby. You look so young. Well, every grandmothers are not the same like back in the day. Grandmothers are literally young women. So you cooked for your son before traveling back home. I need a scalp. Oh, and I need a. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Um, hey, she said, "Hey, Mandy from Barbados, can you send some sunshine this way, please?" Also, I'm gonna talk about real quick. So I'll tell you about the scholarship, and then this is stuck. Um, there's some workshops for the members. upcoming. And then we also have our Cyber Monday today. So for anybody who wanted a discount, um, after a long discussion with the team, and there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. I'll share some of that with y'all maybe in regards to the program and the value we offer, things that have come up in a lot of people getting swindled. We actually have some people in our program because they paid another person who impersonated our program and didn't even offer um, the value or anything. And we had to reevaluate the pricing and just how much it costs to maintain these platforms, pay the coaches, hire coaches that come from the program. So if you ever want a job opportunity with us, you have one. If you want, and then the price increase for that. So this is going to be the lowest um, that it will be. So I know it probably was shocking. Like maybe people were expecting me to sell this program for $700, $800, but just so you don't pay for shipping, the kits, the platform, the email, everything that houses the directory, everything costs hundreds of dollars a month into the thousands just to keep those platforms. And when people are in the program, they're in for life. And so it's actually hard for me as a mom to pay out of pocket to support people who are hopefully using these skills. A lot of people are using these skills to save themselves money or make money, and like money that is comparable to a job or even more. It's really the sky's the limit. So when you take all those factors into the value, and so if another person says you're offering so much and undercharging, and so we've seen quote unquote competitors that basically have the same kind of just the history. If anybody researches enough and knows the history behind what I've been building, what I've started with microlocks and microlock extensions, I think that you will see the value. And what I've even paid for my training is what I'm actually now starting to charge people. And I pay for my training um, 16 years ago. So yeah, she said, "Oh, that sounds nice." Sure. Thank you for the sun, Andy. Yes. I just love how real you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think we all should just be ourselves. I think that people connect. I used to feel self cautious because I'm like, I'm a mess. Y'all see, I wasn't even ready. I have stuff in my hair. I get on. I may not be all like polished and like my background is not. I can only be me. And being me is the easiest thing for me to do. And then I'll attract people that like that. If they don't, and that's okay. So now that I've gotten all these out, and then I feel like I would have loved to have my oil handy, but I don't. I don't. So then I just go ahead and now if I wanted to, I could just leave it like this. If I have to run errands and I don't want the curls to be flat, I want them to be voluminous. When I take them out, I'll just leave it like this. But for the sake of the live, and just because I had rollers in my hair all weekend, I want to go ahead and separate them and see how they look. So when people are talking about like wanting volume and there's one of these the things I was talking about, people say they want some of y'all are me. When people say they want like fluffy locks, some people said that people want their hair to look like a bird's nest. I'll never say that, but I do think some locks are like if they're going to be on a micro size and truly authentic to what this my standards for micro locks are, I would say make sure the locks are really great and refined and then get the volume in another way. So this is one of the ways that you can get volume. One of the first things is that I need a retightening in some areas. I always do. But that actually keeps it from being that scalpy look if people have issues with that. I don't have issues with that. I love when it's real clean to the scalp. But I have to admit, I've noticed my hair thin even a little bit more after I had my daughter and I entered into my 40s. So hormones really play a role. Stress, inflammation, scalp inflammation, etc. So and I love big hair now because my face is rounder. So I'm just love doing things like this to get the fullness as opposed to creating a really unstable, big, chunky, fat lock that I'm going to intend to interlock and have the problems that I have consistently encountered and seen and fixed. Do I want the part on that side or do I want the part on this side? Which side should I do, y'all? This side, I feel like this side because then I can look this way, but then I feel like this side looks better. So, right side, left side. Right. Let me know in the comments. And then we're gonna get into the you say yes. Oh, that side? Which side? This side. So as you just keep pulling them out, you don't have to like if you don't want it too big, you can just do like one pull. But if I want it to be as big as it can be, I pull all the way. So then so you can increase the volume of it. That's what I like about this spiral semi small curl. If I wanted it a wave, we'll do it bigger. And so that's what we talked about in the spiral and wave workshop, conditioning spiral and curls, but incorporating a conditioning routine into this. So it's not just about a style, but you are combining strengthening and reinforcing and health. So your hair, when it's clean and really conditioned, it also has that bounce. It has that, it lasts a little longer, in my opinion. Because I had the other one for like 3 weeks. And I decided that I wanted to touch up my hair a little bit. Left side. So this side. Okay. The spirals, pipe cleaners are my favorite because I have low density and I like the fullness. So this is how we achieve fullness because you also know when you lock your hair, you're not shedding and losing as much as when you were loose natural. When I was loose natural, my hair never looked like it grew. It was always the same length forever. And even when I did like a twist out, I couldn't get the volume that I can get with locks because we're not shedding the same way. Our shedding tends to happen just right down here. So I'm gonna sit back. And I don't know. So there, this kind of, and then if you want to kind of like, I don't know, fluff it up at the root, and then that's how I usually will wear it fresh if I go to an event. So there's that, and then yeah. So y'all, this is what I should have done before I came live. I tend to like a side part, but you can wear this all back, and have it like a different, I don't know, a different kind of look. But I think I'm gonna keep it to the side because I have a round face. So we said the right side definitely lasts longer when it's clean and conditioned. You set it tighter. I know this isn't about spirals and curls. Y'all tuning in for something else, but please bear with me because it's Monday. It's a lot going on today, and I didn't have my rollers out. And I really said I'll take this opportunity to do that real quick before I jump into the other things that we're going to talk about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is how I get fullness on my thinner hair. And so people are always kind of surprised when they're used to seeing you like this that you even have thin hair. She's like, I'm like, no, my hair is. And when I permed it, it was just like wispy, and my edges are not, they also a little struggle, but we have to love on ourselves and say, this is what I was given. And so I'll make the best of it. But let's get the foundation of the locks really strong and really good so that it just makes your curls pop when your locks are done well. I used to know that people used to curl their hair to kind of camouflage lock inconsistencies. No, we want the locks to look good so that when you see the curl, all you're seeing is the curl. It just makes it look more refined, in my opinion. It's good because it's giving people a nice tutorial. Thank you. All right. So I play with it for a second. Let me get out my hair. I feel like it's in my face and I'm hot. So I'm just want to pull it back a little. And this is also good if your hair is like longer, but you want to give it a little like, it goes out as opposed to being down. It shortens it a little bit. Okay, so yes, as I was saying before, we are going to talk about the holiday giveaway. Every year, I gift a scholarship or 2 or 3, depending on the form of scholarship, and I give it to people who are very interested in the program. So I want to say some things though now. So each year I learn something new. And the goal of this is to really gift it to someone who really has been wanting this. Because I think it's only fair to give it to someone who really is going to utilize the scholarship. As y'all know, the program cost is going to increase into 2024. So this is the last year for these prices, for many reasons, and to be more in align with the value and all the things that we got about to pop off. And so I wanted someone to have full access. So what this scholarship entails, the main one, is the full program scholarship. So let's take a look at what we got in the program. We have, oh, sorry, this is the special we have. Hold on, I meant to put the other one up. So the celebrity stylist April Bees, I don't think she's gonna have this is included in the scholarship. Hold on, let me get the right one up for y'all. So the full, while I get that up, I'll tell you what's in it. We have the full training from installation all the way. So installation, retightening. So you learn how to set your grid up. We have sub modules, main sections, and then we have sub modules. And it walks you through each and every step. So it's designed to be easy, but also challenge you to get the best results. So anyone could do it at any skill level. You don't have to know how to braid even, as long as you are willing and desire to do this on a really highly skilled level. I want to make sure that people understand that the quality that we do look for a more refined lock. We do look for a clean parting and certain criteria that we go over through the program. And then we also tell you about all the criteria that you're checked against for the certification piece. You don't have to get certified for this. Like if you want the training just to know how to do it for yourself, we have many people like that. But it's also good to know if you decided in the future that you'd like to go further, you've already been through the training. And we have an example of that where someone didn't want to get the certification for business reasons. She just wanted to take the training for herself, did her own hair, and then decided she wanted to have access to our Microlock Master Extensions program. And so she now has that. She's now enrolled in that because she's been prioritized. She's been through because I want the foundational methods to be learned. We don't want to try to go too far ahead and start attaching things on foundations or locks that need repair and not know how to do the repair to get the lock in a good condition if you're extending, etc. So with this basic scholarship, you're going to get all of that fundamental information. Since I don't know how to multitask, I'm going to take a second to pull up this slide and show you what this scholarship is going to cover. I'm going to give you all the link also for you to sign up. Is it this one? I think it's this one. I don't think it's that one. No, that's not it. All right, so I'm just going to show you this one, but just know that you're going to get everything in the Microlock Mastery full training system. For the scholarship, with the exception of April B's styling, I want her to make her money. So it's worth so much, but it's not my training. So I don't want to give away her training for free if she decides that she would like to. But right now, this is the current Cyber Monday special. You would get everything you see on your screen if you put Cyber Beauty 2 in the code that you get. When you go to microlockmastery.com, you see a whole pop-up, and then you complete that. You get your email has all these links. Every single thing that we have on sale, you have direct links. Or you can just go scroll down the page and you can find the bundle system. So on the screen, you see the Microlock Mastery training, and you see all the workbooks. We have the 10 key tips to magnificent microlocks, which is on our Amazon right now. You get all these workbooks for free: Caring Stylist Guide, Plant-Based Hair, pricing workbook for the pricing workshops we do, success planners, repair and grooming has workbooks, boot camp, Keys of Microlock Master. We have just a ton of workbooks. And then you'll get the business builder, which is the screen on the bottom in the middle. So that is the consultation training. So you'll get the documents that go with the consultations, the consultation checklist, the scripts, the what you do online for online consultations, that's set up. We have resources that we give people for online consultations. You'll have all of that. You have the service policy that has been reviewed by by a lawyer who actually one of my clients when I first started my business was a lawyer who helped me so much. Sometimes clients are just angels and they help you. Many years ago, reviewed all my stuff, helped get it all in shape for this particular business because she also knew the ins and outs as a client. So then you through the business builder, you get the microlock directory, listing offer, which one of the announcements is that if you're in the program, we have a meeting this Thursday to have troubleshoot it out. Some people who are creating profiles new and what might be happening. I'm going to make sure you have all your information in there properly, or that you give it to us. Give it to me, I'll give it to the tech team, and we can put it in for you so that things populate properly and that your listing looks fabulous. So we do have people that have really put together nice listings, and we have some people that have incomplete info. It's hard for us to refer. We want you to have your info in there properly. But I did a little promo for Small Business Saturday of a handful of our certified pros. We also something is blocking my screen. The boot camps, you have access to the Microlock Mastery community. That is our community that's not on social media. Am I frozen? Okay, no. And that is, we have a separate thing that alerts people when we go live. And so we go live there. We have the recordings there. We do the boot camp in there. We also have a Facebook group as well. The Facebook group is more of anyone could be in the program. We do have some pros in there, but we get more into technique and things inside of our community. So that is what is going to be given away. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't see all your comments. Yeah, don't worry about signing up. I'm gonna give the link to sign up, but I do want to add something to it. So this is what I wanted to say about what's going to be done a little different. Want to make sure that people are ready to utilize this. You may not be ready to use it as soon as you like. We're going to announce the winner December 22nd, right before Christmas. So of course, I understand that people are not going to be jumping right into the program, possibly going to be spending the holidays. But within a reasonable amount of time, I'd hope within a few months, a month or we're going to have some hard deadlines about, just logging in, starting your course, filling out the paperwork so we can get your supplies to you. We want you to be able to check in, and you're going to be giving us feedback and testimony for your continued use in it. So you're getting a system that's worth over $3,000. It's more than that, like a lot of money for free. And all we ask is for you to log in, utilize the program, check in with us. If you feel like, you know what, I really don't think I can take advantage of this right now fully, I don't know if I'm really committed to do that, then I would say you can apply for next year or a different time. There's another opportunity. So I don't want it to sit, and I don't want it not to be given to the right people. So I'm excited for you too. And yeah. I didn't even. It's opening today. Well, you have all the way until. I'm gonna probably make the cutoff before December 22nd, but the announcement will be we're having a mini virtual thing going, like a little holiday party thing, because all of our members are all over the United States, all over the world. We want to be able to have like a gathering virtually, and that's when I'll announce the winners for all the different giveaways. So when you go to the site, the link I'm gonna give you, you're gonna see all that. You're gonna see the breakdown, the dates, how do you apply, etc. So it'll be laid out for you. So you're going to be doing the check-ins. Also, we want to make sure that you actually followed. I told y'all my like the quandary I was this like I was very like curious about analytics saying one thing and stories and saves and shares, but on a public end, I wasn't seeing the engagement sometimes. I'm used to it. Like now I'm like, I already know that it doesn't mean anything. People don't like, because on the back end, people are signing up, people are certifying, graduating from our program. But I just know that the engagement helps more people see, more eyes get on it. It just helps. So I'm always curious about that. Or if someone doesn't follow, but they want a free scholarship, the very least, following and liking is free. You never have to pay a dime, right? So we want to know that you have at least followed our platforms, you understand, because what also happens is because there's so much I only do my job in the beginning of microlock days, but we're about to be on it now. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of people doing things that are problems, that have been proven to be problems, that are going to continue to be problems. And so, like starting methods. And so they'll maybe come to the program and not really understand that the program fundamentals and standards we have are a certain way. So I don't want somebody to come in and be disappointed that I'm not teaching you braiding, because I'm not a braiding class. This is not a braiding class. Or I'm not teaching you too many twists. This is not a mini twist class. A beautiful hairstyle though. And I know how to I used to do twists just on my hair as a style. But for this scale of this locking, there, if you've seen enough of my lives, you understand things I'd say to avoid. I even show you in demos how it has been problems. So I don't want to train people on doing just being a grititian, or having something that looks good for just an install photo person. I want you to be a loctician and understand the art of locking on this size, getting your consistent barrel size locks. Basically, what would translate as a traditional size barrel, really well done lock in the traditional size, we are bringing that over into the micro realm, which has a lot of benefits because we don't use product. So we have this fluffy, kind of really versatile kind of hair. And you don't have, we want it to be smooth from root to tip, want it to lock really well, want you to make an investment in learning the actual art and technique. Now, some people say, I know interlocking, but I've always said that's such a big range. If you don't have the fundamental information about tools and how tool types affect it, I'm not training you to lock you into, you got to do it like this and use this product. I'm training you in knowing all the critical thinking, like all of the foundational information about locking, so that you can make the best skill, like you have a skill set to pull from when you're making your professional judgments about what to do with someone's hair. So you're not really stuck, but the process of locking is going to happen this way. So if I did this, then I can understand that it's going to turn to this. And, so you'll start to have a higher level of, I just say understanding as a professional loctician on the micro loctician. And even you'll start to even understand why certain methods wouldn't make sense, so that there's a grounding that keeps you from, I think when people aren't really grounded in fundamentals, it's so easy to be swept up in just what looks good in an install, who has a lot of followers, and like the eye of an amateur or someone who's not a pro loctician versus the eye of a professional loctician are different sometimes. So you might say, "Wow, that looks really good," but we're talking about locks, or are we talking about loose curls? So if this is kind of making you feel some type of way, then this scholarship is not for you. I'm very aware of that. I know I didn't do. There's a lot of things that weren't being done many years ago. As I was juggling single mama, juggling trying to grow this brand, and in survival mode. And now I've stepped fully back into my realm, talking about really having great microlock foundations. And so if you're on board, you follow, like, and not because you want a scholarship, but because you really do understand these fundamentals, you will be the best use of this. Because I can see you, if someone is motivated to start a business, this is me basically giving you opportunity to have unlimited income with endorsement from a whole training program and community who are rooted in standards. Lord have mercy, whew. Okay. Great. I have time to sign up. She's saying hi. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. The program is phenomenal. Thank you. You love that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I know some people see this price and are like, is she trying to pitch a sale? Well, it is Cyber Monday still. And so we still until midnight, because do you know how many? I think each year we've gotten at least 100 applicants, and it goes up and down, but consistent. I think one year the first year it was over 100 people. So if you think that you really want to be in a program, and you want to take advantage of this price, I would say do that. Invest in yourself. You'll get your return. If you want to wait till December and have a smaller chance, but it also, I want people to just think about, like, how connected am I with Microlock Mastery? Do I really want this kind of training? Because I want to make sure it works right with your goals. That's why I just start speaking about what we do, what we don't do. We have a whole community of coaches that will help you as well. And you don't have to be involved. You don't have to, as far as like the group coaching, if you're more of an introvert. But I would say take advantage of everything because these are paid staff. We want to utilize them. Make sure that if you need any help, you can set up a one-on-one. You can go to the group coaching. You can bring your mannequin out like many people do. And we meet at least once a week. So you have that community as well. All right. So that's what the link for that. I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to just add a couple of lines to it because I want to know your social media handles. But what we'll do is we'll reach back out to you if you fill this out without it, and we'll ask you for it. Your contacts. We have your email. Okay, I'm gonna put the banner up so y'all can see how to join and apply for the scholarship. You're gonna go to this link. Let me just write it real quick. And it's real easy because most of our sites have this same front handle. Um, Giveaway. Okay, hold on, I gotta delete something. Okay, if I were to try to multitask, I would never write this down, so I have to like be quiet. Okay, here is the freemicrolocktraining.com/ giveaway to win the entire full training system valued at the value surpasses 3,000. Even before we did the price, it has always been about $3,500 to get to have your free membership, the site, the listings. You have to work it though. Honestly, you have when you invest in yourself, you have it's anything you do, you have to put a little bit into it. So you have to make sure that you do the certification. If you have any minor correction, just do the minor correction and just get your certification. Don't let that deter you. I've seen people that's literally wasting money to have like to just have a little section that they might have to redo because we really don't make it hard to pass. But if it's just really uneven, like something that we know you wouldn't want someone to put in your hair as an install, and we just want you to fix a couple. So I might be a little harsh. Tosha's much nicer. I'm just speaking facts about like when I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'll feel comfortable. Like we just straighten that little section out and then we'll pass you because you got the fundamentals and you're only going to get better. We don't need it to be perfect. But if it's like a big box, small box, uneven, we've seen that. We've seen all this hair out. Like it's certain things were just like, just go ahead and just take care of that and resubmit. If that actually someone has something so minor to do and they were just like I think very discouraged just in general. Maybe a lot was going on in their life and I was like, well, whenever you can, just finish because so we can pass you. And it's like a couple of people just never did. But lately a lot of people have. They've been like, okay. And they've been going and passing through in the fastest time we've ever certified people. So we've been getting some great groups and I really have to credit the coaches for that. Y'all like your energy and support has been so appreciated, I think, by the group, the cohorts, and people in our cohorts because people are passing with really stellar work now. So I want y'all, I'm here to support the system in our community. I got my glasses here. This year is way worth it if you just for your own awareness. You were in Michael Mastery? Wait, I can't remember. Is this Womack? Jessica Womack? What's your last? I think I'm trying to remember everyone. You said the program's phenomenal, so I'm like, you have to be in our program. I would always tell people to say Micro Mastery certified. Just going forward, just distinguish distinguish yours because I'm just saying on a lot of levels and marks and stuff is going to be important for you to say. Say it, yeah, because it's Jessica. All right, so that's the giveaway link. All right, so I'm going to show y'all who won last year. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this video. If it doesn't act up, it's okay, Jessica. Because we sometimes will get people who say, And then I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, and you find out it's like, oh, it's not the same program. So I can't even, and they've maybe been doing two strand twist. And so I want to know that you're gonna invest. If you're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the program, you better learn how to do this interwoven lock on a stellar level. Not just, and also understand why you're using the rotation and pattern you're using. Like, and don't even get and even if you don't fully understand it, you should be able to have that clarified for you if you want. Because I've had people ask, in our program, and I say, and they're like, oh, and then they may have questions about certain things that they're seeing. Because even in the sister lock community, they have different rotations and patterns. And I explain why we have what we have and how that affects based on what I've seen and experienced, especially getting sister lock transfers for all those years. 16 years going on of direct work doing maintenance, retightening, repair. I've seen it all, ins and outs of those rotations and why I have what we have. Hey, yes. Okay. So I am gonna share. Let me remove this. So last year we had a winner named Mina, and she just like a quick minute clip. Hopefully it doesn't get too messed up. And we actually hired her. So she is now an educational coordinator with us, and she's paid. If she's watching this, I wanted to email her because I wanted her to tune in. Okay, so let's see what she got to say.
A vision for me.
Hold on, let me restart it because I already hear it's trying to get staticky. Okay.
This has been a vision for me to invest not only within my community, what's in our heads as well as on our heads. So as an educator and now transitioning out of the classroom to something that I can say has been a vision of mine for years. So come, I want to introduce you to my daughter as well. Come, you're going to see her here. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Can y'all see her? Beautiful. So yes, she is my inspiration as well. To love yourself inside and out, head to toe. And especially our Black and brown children. I don't usually like to label that, but nonetheless, we are the first people of the planet. So it's important for us to have the hair care and proper maintenance of ourselves inside and out. But I will share more later. I don't want to take up too much time, but thank you, Jessica Madasi. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations. Yes. So I know it was glitching a little bit, but she was one of our winners. I actually had two winners, and then I think I did a payment plan payoff. I believe I did a payment plan payoff last year. I know I did it before. And I'll just go through the submissions, who I know, who I've seen active. I'll hear what you write because you just got to write something. You don't have to do a whole lot, but it's just tells me the context of why you're applying. And then I was like, yeah, I have to make it more than one person. Because if this is an opportunity you're ready for, I feel like you can value it. So Mina is out of Brooklyn, New York. And I saw her kind of liking the post, not like sort of, she was liking the post. She was engaged for some time. And then when the scholarship came up, I kept seeing her being engaged and she was applying and she was just like, I really want to do this. And so she was one of the selected people. And then she sped through it. She was really engaged in the program, got certified. And then I often put out an ad for like coaches, anyone looking for a paid position. And then she had applied and read her resume. And I was like, oh my gosh, her resume is awesome. And I definitely need someone with her skills. And so then she joined in as a coach, but she's not a front facing coach. She's not. So we have Tasha, and Frida who are front facing. And I want to bring on a few more. We had some other coaching opportunities. Some more people may be coming on. And so yeah, so she's with us. And then any other support she needs to get her skills running up and running to get clients. So you can really pretty much do whatever you want with these skills. I'm going to start my lock journey over. I started with two strand twists and now I'm having issues. You see the value in the program. Well, also, you may not have to start over 100%. You might just be able to repair them. I think it depends on what's going on with them. But if you want to start the move, I always tell people if it looks like it can be repairable and fixable, then we can start there so that people don't feel completely like you have to take it out. Um, yeah, she's awesome. I think we have a good team, and we are only want to grow. I'm a small business, single mom, so I wish I could hire everyone and have a team of like 100 people, but I had to have handfuls of people. And I love that the feedback has been so positive from the coaches, and I like that they've gone through the program so they know the nuances, and they're all have the they have Tosha and Frida have businesses and clients, and so they've been able to put those skills to work to earn income, and continue to add on what they already have going on. So I wanted to share her testimony, and then let y'all know we even have the retightening. I didn't mean to make that big. The retightening workshop is on sale. Now, people can get certified in retightening, and they can be listed and endorsed on our end as a person who does maintenance, retightening, repair, grooming. Everything but the install. Maybe that's just the skills. Like there's people making um having businesses without having to do an install. We teach you all the techniques to get locks in shape. So that is an opportunity. I really don't want people to sleep on these opportunities before the price changes, because you still get supplies, you still get the tools, you still get the community, you still get the support, you get the group coaching, you get a lot. So this was especially popular when people wanted to learn how to save their money and do their own hair when they couldn't make it, especially during COVID. That's not happening now, but I still think it's a valuable skill. Again, I pay for the full program for my mentor. But when I had first asked how much would it be for me to learn how to retighten my own locks many, many years ago, and she was saying something higher than this. So like I don't want people to just look at a dollar and be like, think about how much you can save and how much you might already be paying. I still value a good loctician. I think they're needed, especially to make sure that there's professional eyes on the spots of hair you can't see, on the grading, on the repair, on the grooming aspects. But I think it's also very valuable to have this skill for yourself or for another person. So I think people already know the value in that, but I just wanted to share that. And then we also have our extensions, which the extension program will teach you how to create extensions as well. But I'll also put it in there. I like to have fun with the color, the clip-ins. But we also have the program that teaches you how to do every single aspect of extension work. First extension client, 2009. I called it micro lock extensions because there was no sister lock extensions and was nothing on a small scale. I've evolved these techniques over 15 years. My very first client still has her locks. Now there's a combination of her being able to keep coming to me, of me being able to maintain her hair, of her maintaining her hair properly, of her understanding what she needs to do to keep the health of her hair. So it's all these factors, because there's just more than just throwing extensions in someone's hair and never seeing them. They have to be, it's a whole process the client has to do, and that. But if you want to already purchase, we have them. And the people that go through our program, actually Frida, she actually creates as well. And so, we create our own bulk. She creates her bulk. So it's just some more ways to add value. And then, I just didn't show you your faces. Yes. What else? So we have that, and then we also have the products, the hair oil that I can't find, and then have the graphic for it queued up. But yeah, again, I give you a whole recipe book in the program called Plant-Based Recipes, where you can learn how to make, like aromatherapy based. There's a reason why I have certain herbs. Many people may already know this, but I mean, I blended and made a hair oil that has helped me achieve, the strength when I had hair I still kind of goes through struggle periods, how to restore my edges. I came in with damage from micro braids. And so I just want to I have different things that are part of the whole pie of what I think would be strong hair, strong skills, healthy hair, etc. So that is some of the Cyber Monday that's going to end tonight. If you wanted to take advantage and the link for the giveaway is there. But I'm gonna add to that link. We'll be looking for, I think it says, I don't know if it says on that. I feel like the form you fill out, I wanted to add a couple of lines on there, and we're gonna check to see who you are. Not who you are, but like, before we just give something of such value that people are paying and saving for and taking out funding for and taking out loans for, I really want to make sure we're going to the right people. Okay. So um, there's a person that I did a payment plan payoff. I'm not going to share her personal information, but she's certified now. She was going through the program. She was going through a lot. And I told her she's always in my heart because I was just like, knowing what it's like to have housing instability. Right? I lost my house. I had a baby under a year. I had to move into a room. Thank goodness with somebody who had a room with the 1 year old, and throw away 90% of my belongings and end up sleeping on the floor and end up carrying breast pumps to work and having a whole Ivy League degree. Like life hits hard. And sometimes as a Black woman, you just feel like they create this formula for you to fit this stereotype of a struggling government benefit sapping person who is just not going to get anywhere. Like I was like, dang, as soon as I had my child, I was like, this is the other world. This is the world you don't know until you get into it, how easy it is. Like, it's like traps. And so she was just telling me she was going through something, and then a shelter came up, and I connected right away. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I know what it's like to not have housing stability. And then she's trying to make payments on a program. And I had an in-house payment plan at the time. We don't have in-house payment plans anymore like that. And so we have third parties now, which is why I don't know if I can do a payment plan payoff because, it the way it's set up. But she only had to make two payments, and something happened, and I ended up giving her extra 200, like, just out of my pocket. Like, I don't share it because I'm not asking for people to be like, oh, but because this happened like last year or the year before. But the thing is, I just realized that she was going to be someone that I wanted to waive the payments for, because she's sitting here trying so hard. And it was a mistake I had done on my end where it automatically took a payment when it wasn't supposed to. So I immediately gave her the money and then gave her that money back. So she had like a blessing on from the pain, from the thing of it coming out. And the fact that she finished, she still worked hard through all the chaos to finish the program, was something that spoke really volumes, because working through chaotic environments and life and transitions in your life and still saying I have a goal, and my goal is I wanted to create this business or add my skill to this business, or you know certify my skills, etc., and then just keep going, was something I really was proud of, because I know I had to show up after wiping tears away for being in custody court for what? And it's like, why do I have to fight so much shit to be a mom and work? And I'm survival mode. And then even now today, even with having this business and I say, y'all, a lot goes behind the scenes with so much, and just, I talk about it a little bit, but like, even as business owners, a lot of people bring these things right into it. And we have businesses where we're just not treating each other kindly, or we're not respecting each other. And I always say, I speak about it, but I try to stay as positive as possible. But I know what I would want, and know what it's like to have people just screw you over. So that's why I was like, even with this giveaway, I want to tune into people who it's really right for. Um, and so that nobody feels, I want people to take advantage of something. It could have gone to someone else who really would have valued it. And yeah, I was gonna go. My brain is going in different directions right now because there's a lot going on. Oh, you just made it getting off work. She said, "Preach." I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place, y'all. It's Monday. My hair wasn't even taken out before I started. This is real life, and this is a great example of someone who's working hard to do better. And when we're blessed, it's great to be a blessing. A lot of us really have good intentions and want to take skills and different things to help ourselves and help others in turn. Some of us are just trying to get out of survival mode so that we can have a little extra, so that because our intention is to give. And those are really commendable, righteous people. Like, I want to make sure I have that energy around me. And of course, we got bad apples. There's bad apples. I think there's I, me and my therapist had. There's a lot of people with mental health stuff, and they take it out in so many ways. Just negative, just manipulative, just yeah. I don't want that. And um, there's so much more I want to give that because I'm a black woman, and now that I know what it's like to, I had no idea what it was like to be a single mother. I sometimes we live these lives and we don't know until we walk in the shoes. We have so much judgment and so much, like things to say and judge someone and why they can't act like, and then you walk in their shoes and you're like, whoa. But I think some compassion and caring and treating people kindly, and also checking ourselves. I didn't mean to get on my soapbox, but some things have transpired over the weekend and lately where it's just like, man, if we could really take care of ourselves and get into a better space, and like a lot of us have things we're going through, we need to get support for ourselves and be supportive to others. Um, but not be taken advantage of and have boundaries, y'all, because child, you're an amazing woman to have heart support and really want something different. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. But well, like energy like. So if you're here and you've watched and commented, you're probably a wonderful person too. Amen. Starting over and giving yourself grace is really important. And that's why I try to tell people we're hard on ourselves. People sometimes don't finish the program because they were told that one part wasn't straight. Can they straighten that? Or a section. We're not going to tell you how to do a whole thing over a little thing, but enough where it's like a little section that maybe didn't meet up. Like we really want you to show us that you can do it. Give yourself grace and don't say, "Oh man, they trying to tell me that my work is not good," and I know I'm not doing all of that. Like just breathe and say, sometimes things happen for me so that I can be really good. I had an attitude with my mentor when she gave me the one-on-one training that I paid 2,500 for and doesn't even have half the stuff that I offer in the program. And I paid. So first of all, I need to value what I paid. So if you pay money in this program, please value it and maximize it, because if you get mad and you leave it, you're really only hurting you and everyone else that could benefit from your skills when a certified level. So I had an attitude and I realized she's helping me be that much better. So why do I have an attitude with her if I paid her to teach me how to do the work at the quality that she does? Or she did my hair. Why would I? Because I got in my feelings. Very emotional we are. That's why I like being a therapist, but I'm also an emotional person. But it helps me look at myself and say, did I really want this? Because I paid this money for it. Why am I getting mad at her? She didn't say with an attitude. She was just like, mm-mm. She was so like, she talked so calm. She's like, see right here? Right here? That part right there needs to be straight. I had to fix it. I was just like, what is she talking? What? You gotta be kidding. And I was just like, girl, chill out and get the part straight. And you have to humble yourself sometimes, like, wait, she's trying to help me out. So I was just in my feelings about my hair process. And so what I think that what we want to continue to support our professionals in the program with as well is being able to, I don't want to say withstand, that's not the right word, but being that kind of professional that's aware even of what people bring to you and how you're going to remain professional, because it's going to get you rising. The people that you'll be able to service and the level of skill you'll be able to do without not being knocked off, or being discouraged yourself, just understanding human behavior, understanding yourself, being accountable, being professional. You will a lot of stuff roll off your back and you'll realize the focus and you'll be much more motivated and focused. I think that is such a high quality, successful, skilled professional, as opposed to someone who can't be told that the part's not straight. Like I was in my feeling. I got real quick. I got it together because I was like, she wasn't gonna go back and forth with me about it. So it's just like, this is such an amazing opportunity. Sorry, I'm just joining. Don't be sorry. I started late. It's already, I did want to, I think I have one more thing to say about what's coming up with the workshops. Yeah, we have to woosah sometimes. This can be a tricky time of the year with seasonal affective disorder. I mean, real people are already kind of functioning with depression, but they kind of going through family stuff. People, money, this quote unquote recession, all the things that they try to get into our heads to make us just, we get a little bit thrown off. And so you still want to make your money, you still want to have your business run. Not my face. I'm freezing. Sorry. This is way more valuable, this conversation, and anything we'll pay money for today. The fact that God is pouring into us, we are accountable and powerful. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I do. So before I got on this call, I had a conversation with another loctician, and we said we were going to talk about um certain things you might encounter as a pro. But I know we're here talking about the giveaway, but this is kind of all relative. Like, if you want to be a business owner in this space, servicing primarily Black men and women, but Black women, who you yourself might be a Black woman, a woman of color. You may not be, just a woman, man, whatever. And you're going to be going through life, and you're going to be dealing with other people. And I tell you, the things that people have encountered, you might already if you're a pro or a hairstylist already, you already know what kind of things can come up. And it can go as far as legal. Like I said, people getting sued or people being trash talked online. I mean, I've been in hair groups and I'm seeing people posting, this is what this person did. And they're posting the stylist information about how they did it. And then there's all these comments about it, it's a lot of things that you have to be aware of. And that's why I say at the very, very foundation, make sure you have certain important things covered for yourself. It's one thing to say, I learned this skill, whether I learned it on YouTube, whether I learned it from a bootleg. No, I'm just playing. Sister Lot called me bootleg. Or I learned it from another training or whatever. Do I feel like I'm truly ready to get into business at the level that I say I want to? Because it's going to come your way. It's going to be, girl, the stars. I don't think I can do star. Facebook automatically makes that post and I try to delete it. I don't think I can get stars in the group, y'all. I'm sorry if you keep seeing it. I'm really not begging. It automatically pops up. It's on my page, my personal page, that I can get stars. But I thank you. You can just send me love, good vibes. It goes back to you, girl. It's so true. And then we have people that are trying to manage their life, their own mental health, dealing with other people who are trying to manage their life, their mental health. You just said, I want to do, you may say, some people want to do this for the craft. They really like this. They are talented. You're skilled. It shows. You are dedicated. You love hair, and this is something you want to do. And then there's some people, unfortunately, that I can make a side hustle. I can make some money. And those are the ones that I think are the ones that are causing a lot of the problems with the results, and the ones that are not fully equipped, or what's the word? If you're not motivated enough to really learn how to prevent those problems, they're more so trying to get a quick buck. So can I get a lot of followers? Can I post a picture? Like, I've seen things that don't have anything to do with locking, but they're saying it's micro locks, and it's completely twisting and curls. And so I want to know that you want to know how to lock, because how do you handle when the hair is growing out the scalp and it's locking? How are you going to handle that? And then you understand that locked hair and loose hair on this level don't mix very well. You got to figure out which skill do you want to master a twist, a curl, a braid, or really creating a strong lock of matted hair that you can control. You have such skill that you can get it to the sizing, to the smoothness. Those are really refined locking skills. I think we're really missing, not just smooth, symmetrical, smooth, even, strong. So how do you even size it properly? How do you even look at hair texture, factor all that in so that you have a good size, and that when someone says the desired look, you can say as a skilled pro, oh yeah, I know how to get you the size that I feel is best for your hair texture. You say you want to go small, I can get the size that's going to be great for your hair texture and your goals, with the sufficient strength, so that you have those styling options that you say you desire. Excuse me. year 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So that if I didn't have that from even for me, that kind of conversation, I may not be able to do certain things with my hair now. My hair's about to be 16 years old. And um, they're small. But is there a lot of lock loss? No, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't lose a lock. It happened after COVID that I lost my first lock, and I already was at year 13. But if I had someone that had just a combination of knowledge and skill about the size, I would be strong for my hair texture so that I can make it all the way there and still have the side. So I want people to be that level, and it go beyond like as what it looks good in the chair for them. Y'all comments are coming in. He said, pick a side, baby. You better tell them. And this is where it gets controversial because this area has been allowed to be I went in hard, kicking in the door with microlocks, microlocks, microlocks. Let's go trademark microlock, and then I fell off to be a single mother and to deal with life, and I was just not capable. And then people made up their definitions and did all these things. I'm just gonna be honest. Spirit is telling me, just say it, Jessica. Just say it because I keep trying to be gracious about it, but they're trying to fill in the gap of something they didn't necessarily start. And then the level of what is needed for the kind of standards that I had based what I was defining it as now has different definitions and standards. Okay, so the word can be a micro size lock, but then some things don't even look micro; they look big, or the foundations aren't good for micro size for it to stay that size. And so there's just so much that has been left. It's just kind of like people kind of figuring in, I guess I can do it like that. And then so now it's people that sometimes I think even get angry when I say, well, on a foundational level for locking, that's going to be a problem. And it's like, huh? Like I have 20 heads. And it's like, well, a loctician can understand like the theory of lock theory and that maybe there is a lock theory that applies to micro locks as opposed to just doing a style and saying that it can lock and that's a strong way to do it. And they're teaching you twist and braids. Um, the locking is what I'm more interested in. So let's look at how are we creating these locks and maintaining these locks and doing the same thing. And sometimes things that people do because it's easy and quick versus what a professional is willing to invest in. Because a cosmetology school, any like you're paying tuition, and a lot of people pay or they get scholarships. I know some people that own schools, like you can get it can be $20,000 a student for like a full cosmetology school, but they'll make it some scholarships to supplement it, and then they're paying a few $1,000s as opposed to because it's such technique and fundamentals you have to learn instead of just throwing in something that's done easy for someone who's just DIYing it and then saying that that's how we should start on that's how like that's where my mind is in that space. And so sometimes conversations may pass people because they're like, we can do it any way I want, and it's for your hair, yeah, but I don't think that translates well when you really want to be a professional loctician. You really should know the fundamentals of locking on this size. There's someone who wants a side hustle. Yeah, I know I don't, what I say is not popular. It's okay. What stands the test of time is good quality work. What's a flash in the pan is what looks good for right now. And then down the line, it may not, it's so unpredictable. And that to me is such a risk. It's like a gamble. It's like roll the dice, roll the dice. Oh, okay, her locks stay together. Okay, it's like, well, more certainty than that, especially if you're paying. And there it is. Absolutely. So we like energy codes, like our community. My people come to me, your people come to you as a pro. You all line up with who is there at that, who can understand what you're saying at that time. Okay, before I go further into a whole bunch of a tangent, lastly, for those people in the program or interested in the program or just join the program or want to be in a directory, etc., we have a microlock directory, microlockdirectory.com. So it had been in kind of like a beta form for a while. since since I'm all about stories, right? When I started to invest in getting a platform, it was a few years ago, maybe about 5 years ago, and I was in the throes of custody court with like a toddler, and I remember taking like my last few hundred of dollars. I kept having to pay a developer. So this is something that is always on the improvement. This isn't something that just popped out. It has been a lot of years. And the concept is that um, people who've been trained in the standards and fundamentals, because I saw what was happening, even though I didn't have a lot of power to really do YouTubes and stuff. I saw that a lot of things were starting to get confusing and muddied about the standards of microlocks. And I said, I want to always be a beacon of high quality work. I don't care if that means that it's not going to be popular. I'm here for people to feel good about their hair and have great results. Feel good about their skills and demand top dollars. People are going to realize your skills are top quality and they're going to pay you accordingly. I want you to thrive, be abundant on good skills, not on flashes in the pan, right? So I wanted this directory to house anyone who wanted to be listed. I'm going to put the full list of everyone certified in 2023 up, but not everybody certified has a listing. Some people, hopefully y'all join the meeting this Thursday at 7 p.m. for putting on it, what the purpose of this platform and how to maximize it, because we send people. But now Tosha, one of our education coaches, had to like literally go in and find information that people who've been certified don't have on there. So this is not different from Sister Locks in a sense of you don't have to make a listing ever if you don't want to. This is something you're given for free. This is something that I want people to utilize with their memberships. And so after people are certified, they have a free year. And then to be a member, it includes the directory, includes the ongoing trainings, includes a whole bunch of stuff, 50% off the extension course, everything, for like $35 a month. I never raise the price because I'm still trying to, we got a lot of components in the program that we want to keep improving. So I don't want to milk people of their money. It's just to keep their accessibility to the platforms and platforms running. So if you want to see a step by step of how you're going to make your listing, what you need to have, because there's a search that comes up we have, I don't want to get too technical, but there's technical things you need to put it in the right way so it can populate the right way. So when it's like, what are things near you? Because in Google like knows where you are. And then if the pro doesn't have their information in properly, you might not show up properly. Be like, wait, I know so-and-so's in Augusta, but she's not showing. And then we go and find out your address. You just have to put it in properly. Make sure you just take a moment to do the page or tell us to do the page for you. Tell us if you need help. So that's what this workshop is for. So we can get your listing up properly. We've had people that didn't reactivate. We have a lot of people, and that's fine. So and listen, this is just a free tool that we want to have people support advertising their services that they do. You might do more things. People are always looking for people who know how to color, people who know how to cut these specialty services, and you might do them, but we don't know unless you have your listing and it's done where you show us, and then we can say, oh yeah, we can cook, we can easily look. So I know Tosha's been helping, I know Frida, but I know for a fact that someone just contacted her yesterday or this morning, and she got back 3 people. Some of them aren't on a directory, but we have a lot of certified pros. So yeah, the search doesn't work. The search doesn't work. Yeah. I've been on with the tech. It does work, but it only will show you if the person's profile needs to be where it needs to be. So when's that workshop? I know I haven't been active. This Thursday, the 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to put it up in the community after I get off this live. And then you'll see, you probably get an email that I added something in the community and just RSVP. And then that's where we'll meet. So if you have any particular questions about your listing, make sure you have those ready. We'll walk through the listings. I'm going to show you on the back end. I'll just show you how to set it up to get it to do what you need to do. And then I'll also take your feedback because the developers and I are working on some upgrades. So, you're welcome. these are the things that it's just the tech stuff makes me itch. It's just a lot of little things that I feel like I can't control, and then things I never knew about, but I have to make sure that like plugins and um the server things. And so that's the stuff that we have to pay a tech team to help me do those things. And so that's why things have fees. This is not just a regular little site. This is a site that transforms into an app. There's a whole bunch of stuff with this. So and the goal for it is big. It's gonna have a lot more features going forward. So semi beta still. So this is what we're working out. But it's still functional and people can still find people. We just want you to keep your listing up and enter your information. Okay, good. I'll post it in the group. I'll post it in the community. So you'll get the reminder. So that again, the giveaway applications, the link is on the bottom. We have a full scholarship to the main program. Some people have been asking about the extension scholarship. The extension scholarship. There is something that we'll be launching in regards to those services, the advanced repair and extensions. Another offering that might be a little more affordable. So I'm excited to announce that before the year is out and possibly before the giveaway and possibly could be a part of the giveaway, but I'll let y'all know for sure. But what is for certain is that the full program will be part of this giveaway. And also other items, other gifts. I have some other things. I'm excited. Those I don't know who remembers when we were doing a big upgrade the first time. We had our first platform, the Teachable, the first little baby platform, and then we upgraded to where we are now. And I did this whole giveaway of every single person in the program, every certified, everyone. And all y'all got these little gifts. And so I know that those gifts have been given already. So I'm looking into some other things, but we definitely have some things that you could look for your mail to at least get small tokens. So I had sent gift box, and I remember I put it in the stories, and I was going to the post office with like 20 boxes at a time, and the postman behind the counter was getting an attitude with me. I don't know who remembers, who followed me that long, but he had such an attitude because they already would pay for it, and I was like, I have another shipment. It would just be bags and bags of these gift sets I was mailing out. And he was just like, can y'all see the you can register now? That's fine. Can you see the let me hide this and show the link. I want to make this a banner that scrolls on the bottom. Hold on. So it can stay up. Yeah. If you can see the page that shows up, let me see what your comment said. Sorry. My computer is acting wonky. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I'm going. That's a big. Yeah, girl, that's a big. The return of investment on that is a lot. Like, you already know. And to do it right and to do it well. There's little nuances. It's just, yeah. I'll let you know. I remember. I would want to welcome. We do have someone enrolled in the extensions program. So we have Frida who's a coach that supports the extension program. So we have someone that will be getting the individual. If any other certified pro, I think your code might still work to get the 50% off Black Friday for the extension program. I would say now's a good time because we're going to ship out your kits. Woo, child. It's exciting. It's so exciting. And you'll have far more one-on-one direct support. I'll be able to restart the live. Oh, thank you. In the beginning, when you start the live, you're going to see these pipe cleaners that I used in my hair. I took them out. So usually I transformed from Aunt Jemima cleaning lady into glamour. I look like a different person. I was like, if I didn't have my makeup, y'all would have been like, oh my god, who is that? So but the thing is, with the black ones, I like that I could run errands and stuff like that. But I showed y'all how like I have to take them out. You already know from Chandrika. Hi, Chandrika. So that is it. I'm excited. Start applying. Start applying. Listen, if you see a post and in your heart you're like, I like that post, or in the story you're like, I'm gonna save it. If you see it publicly, like and say hi, so that Instagram or whatever you're seeing it on kicks it into the algorithm. So you know, because especially if it's one that really like reinforces the values and stuff that you already have for your work, your business, it just helps people. Because there's some people that co-sign with some of the things because they're like, thank goodness for speaking out. Because I think either it's a combination of people who just want to say what's popular versus people who may not know. And I don't really care about like I care more about people really having some real quality information. That's how I started on YouTube. That's why I had Sister Lots come for me because I was like, well, y'all need to tell the truth, you know. So I think when people see more of it, it just helps other people who are already in that space. You don't have to, when more and more people are saying, hey, like this is what could happen, or maybe if people stop doing this thing or pay attention to this, it helps you too. So I was just saying, like, it really doesn't, it's free if you really like the information. I do that when I see other people's stuff because the engagement helps. It helps their stuff be shown. It helps um certain type of information be shown more. Yeah. If I've been here without my makeup, thank you for being so nice, but no, you would have been like, and mm-mm. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not beautiful. You gotta talk good about yourself. All of you should say you're beautiful, but I'm just gonna be honest. It was, and those pipe cleaners, it was a scary sight. What's with the extensions? Would there be too heavy for some hair texture to customize to the client's hair light? Um, don't have any. Maybe I'll go live before, or do a video. I do have another video I want to show y'all. Do I have the clip? So I had a lock on this side of my hair that was, I've never seen a lock like that on my hair, so fragile. And I actually used the extension technique. It was together, but it was a string. Y'all know what that looks like, right? It was like a string in a weak spot. It was something crazy. And I don't even know where, if I could find it. And I put extension on it and I videoed it because I was like, I'm going to turn this into a reel or something so you can see. But I can't even tell where it is. And I showed it. And then I put a hair, something. I don't know if Shay is watching. Shay Hinton sent some hair jewelry to me, and I kind of wanted to shout you out when I made that a reel, but I put it on the root of it so I would know which lock it is. So I slid it up. Also, for me to test the smoothness after I put the extension on, right? Because we don't want bumps and bulky. So I showed that I put the thing on it, and I showed the weak spot. And then I got the hair. You can see me with the hair. You can see me matching it to my lock, and then you can see me putting it on. And as I put it on, I pulled the whole lock out and noticed there was other areas. So I reinforced all those areas and made it smooth. And then you can see me slide the hair jewelry down it real smooth when it was done. And you can see me testing out the strength. So I wanted to turn that into a reel. But just so many different combinations of how to use, I call them like 6 basic like techniques that you can do any combination of them to strengthen, to do it right on the hair. I recommend sometimes doing it right on the hair because pre-making could work for maybe small like sections of the hair or a part of the hair, but when you get to certain areas you have to really match it up well, because if it's too thin. And also, how does that lock behave when it's matured? You know how the difference is in the install versus when the lock's matured. It may not be that much of a difference, but there is a size difference. And so your extension should actually match that. So it may not need to be super duper tiny if the hair is going to grow out thicker, but it may still be smaller there than it is here. That makes sense. So you do want it to match, not be heavy, just as heavy as this is, should be the way the extensions feel. The only time this ever feels heavy is when it's, I mean, not heavy, but heavier is when it's wet. But right now, it is feels just like how my own natural hair would feel. We don't have product making it heavier, so nothing should be weighing down any heavier than what your normal hair would do. Okay. Oh, thank you. I didn't mean to laugh. I had to go over that comment because I'm so awkward with compliments. Thank you, but I look my age a lot of the time. I don't know if I look my age, but I had a lot of grays that I covered. So I'll be honest. Why am I telling you all that? Thank you. Let me just say thank you. What is that? It's a pipe cleaner. When does the class start? The extensions class will be starting in January. We'll probably get an intro class and all the supplies before then, but the holidays makes it a little tricky to do the consecutive classes. So, and for the time, well, it depends on when you sign up. You're gonna have a gap of getting your supplies, signing your forms. Usually can take about a week. A lot of times I want to post about the proper technique to macros, but then I think someone will be offended. I don't even know. I think it's what we create as far as respect, because I think it depends on the circle. Sister Locks is a huge brand, and rightfully, so with paving the way. But there are some things. Again, I spoke against, not against. I spoke a lot of facts about what I was seeing with my clients coming from Sister Locks to what I was terming micro locks and creating micro locks, and I got heat. I took a lot of the heat in the beginning years. I don't know if people really understood how much heat I took. Like it was crazy. And I was going through a lot, and then I just had to back away. Um, you know, Now it's a little bit easier, but I think you just have to show respect for what you do. No one can deny your work and skills. No one can deny what your hair looks like if you do your techniques on your hair. Register. Okay, you did the giveaway. So that's, I think, how I was able to just grow business by focusing on quality. And it was a little easier then, I guess, because it wasn't social media with and a lot of misinfo and things coming out until a certain point. When I came back, then like I went from having so many views to like nothing because I wasn't feeding the algorithm, and then not being whatever. But I think that to me I was like, okay, but I think when people are looking for a certain level of quality, they can't deny what their eyes see. They can't deny what they've experienced. They can't deny what makes sense. So you just have to give that all the credit, all the respect. You give it the respect. So when people are like wishy washy or like, I do sister locks for 1,000 and I do micro locks for 500. Well, already you starting off saying micro locks is, and if your standards are wishy washy, that's also telling the client like, so just starting from. I was like that they said they wanted sister. I won one person my entire career said they wanted sister locks. Okay, no problem. That's to you. Everyone else was it wasn't an issue. First of all, they see what they see. They see your work. They see your clients, and that's really all they're concerned about. So if they want a certain look, and you're like, but that's not going to get you that look. Most people are not going to argue a professional who's presented themselves. When you open it up to like doubt, where they're like, that person, then it might make them think that you don't know what you're talking about, or they like it's you got to kind of lay that foundation of knowledge from the beginning and quality. Will you post it again? Um, oh, the extension class certification. Yeah, post what again? Let me know what you meant. Well, that would be great for my postpartum clients. Well, you also want to know that hair is not still breaking. So I'll address it another time. There's some people that might be having issues with their hair. Um, that they also it's an internal thing or mental, like could be stress related. So that's why I talk about mental health. Don't sleep on mental health, stressful environments, depression, inflammation. All those things could be contributing to like moments where people have issues with their hair, and then they try to do a service. and it impacts that service. But also it could be a combination of follow-up, communication. So we want to make sure that all that's in place. Because I'll tell you, I'll save the story for another day. Say my luck is less, and no, ma'am. Me doing my whole head with your system proves that is a lie. No way. I would. I don't understand what you mean. I'm sorry. Is less. Oh, saying it's less, like less money, and doing your whole head. It's not any quicker. This is where I say it should be less. If somebody's giving you braids or twist as an like that's not, it takes more to do this technique properly from end to end. It's longer probably. That's probably a lot of DIYers didn't do it. And then it trickled back into the pro realm, but it didn't start in the pro realm. It started in people doing it themselves quicker. And then it trickled to I've been watching it, what's been happening for a long time. And so I know like kind of like that's not what we do. What I've always done is well worth, if not more, because there's a lot of things that we do that some people don't when it comes to repair and reattachment. And some people aren't even doing that, no matter what training. So you need to charge accordingly. If you are rehabbing, restoring, refining, fixing, strengthening, beautifying, no way in the world is that less than anything. That it should be enough to say that this is worth this, whatever you want to call it, and always being authentic and honest. I never had this to be dishonest and say Sister Locks. I just didn't. So I was able to grow a business without ever having to. You showing how you added to my hair. I didn't post it yet. I'll post it. No way would I let someone pay less. It is not any quicker. Oh, two-strand twist is not quicker. Oh, okay. I mean that's what I was referring to. It probably isn't though. Braids, right? I just did an install and it definitely took 2.5 days. It can take less, it can take more. I don't believe in speed racing. If you're doing a flat rate either, an install, I used to hear people say, "Oh, I did it." It was like almost like a weird competition about how quick things were being done. But the quickness didn't always, it most of the time meant a lot of things were overlooked. And I also don't want people to be sitting in a chair for 5 million hours either. I remember someone, I used to be real sensitive because I was taking my time in the early days, like going down the lock and fixing stuff. So someone came to me to do their hair, and then she was texting someone, and then she were a bit slower. And this was many years ago. And I got very self-conscious because I didn't, people text like sometimes you're not trying to look, you're just looking at their head and their phone is like right in your face. And I guess somebody was asking like, how's it going? I'm a new person for her. She's like, a bit slower. And I was like, hold up. I'm fixing this stuff that the person Speedy Gonzalez was skipping. Or I'm spending a little more time now. I don't think she meant it. I think she was just giving her an update. But I took it to heart. And I was like, dang, people really want you to go super fast. And just like, this is for the type of quality, I think it does require sometimes a little bit more attention. Doesn't mean my sessions were like 4 hours, but maybe they're used to 3. I don't know. I don't think my time was that much longer than what she might have had before. But when I'm sitting there seeing the problems and they're telling me, oh, my person did it in 2.5. Okay. And then that was the early days. As I got faster, I mean, more skilled, I would have more efficiency. I was holding my tool a certain way. I was holding the hair a certain way. It was boom, 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 boom. I was sectioning it in a certain way. I had a whole system, right? And I knew what I needed to focus on, what I could pay attention to, So then you pay attention to your time. You're not sitting there looking at TV. Girl, I know. No, you're like, you're focusing on speed and, so I was becoming more efficient. Plus I was tired too. I was like, I don't want to be standing here for 6 hours either. So let's get this efficient. But to see like how much people was just like comparing time, girl, and take about the same time because I doing the same thing minus. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know. This is still not great. Well, I know that. Well, I don't know. We'll go back to them. A lot of people have the microwave mentality, not knowing the end results are very important. That's why I even said, do you really want microlock? Sometimes I have to ask people, do you really want what you think you see or desire? Because it will take for the level, whatever level you say you want, but hopefully you want the best that you can get. It may take something that you, if this is the first time for people, they may not have a concept. So that's where the pro comes in and says, you know, this is what we're not going to take shortcuts and do this and that and this and that. If you are ready for this is what it entails. And I was never in a chair for 2 days before I got my locks. I was like, what? How? Oh my gosh. But I made my mind. I made it fun. I was like, we're going to have a hair retreat. And I had my little snacks. And, she ended up being a really great person to talk to. This light is so bright. And so, it ended up being a great experience, but I had never sat that long. So sometimes you have to just tell people what to expect, and that this will be the longest. She told me this will be the longest that you probably would ever sit in a chair, ever. It is a one-time thing. After this, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm always burping when I talk. After this, it'll be X, Y, hours every, this period of time. And she said, if you think about, when you go to the hair salon or whatever, this is actually comparable. And it might be even less time. It depends on what you were doing before. And so I was like, okay. So her telling me that helped. But y'all, I'm about to wrap this up. It's about education. People usually appreciate it when you give them info in terms of pros, cons, and why. Yeah, it's like a little class. I remember a couple of people used to come with notebooks and they would jot down and they would say, thank you. Okay, so they had all their questions written down and maybe writing the answers there. And although, I think you want to tell them about the technique, you don't need to tell them like, this is how I do it. But you can say, like the process and maintenance, what to expect, what their process will be like with you, and why you do what you do, and how you'll monitor it. Like, people appreciate that. Appreciate knowing that in a few months' time you might experience this. So and that's helpful for people who to know what might be coming, so they can mentally prepare, versus go through something like, is this supposed to do this? And then now they're trying to pull information and get the support when you should get that from your loctician, because they should be knowledgeable. And when repair issues inevitably come up, it's something you feel like you got it. Oh yeah, and this happens because of this, and this is what we're going to do to prevent it. But how, I just didn't understand how a professional, and I don't know if I want to think too hard about it, but if they're putting in poor foundations, how are they really explaining how that's going to evolve? Because even how I talk about how the locks develop and the milestones, it's not on a two-strand twist. It's on the foundation that we put in. So I wonder how they would support the problems that come and say, just twist it back. Like, that's, I don't know. I've heard someone say that the loctician told them to twist the ends. But I said, well, why wouldn't the loctician go in and close it and fix that for you? So you don't have to, you paying them to do your own hair? Or I see my glitchiness is happening. All right, y'all. So if there's no more questions or any more comments before I start to wrap up for the day, I appreciate everyone staying this long and watching. I look forward to reading the giveaways. If you are following Microlock Mastery on Facebook, Microlock.mastery on Instagram, our Facebook group, I'll put the banner on the bottom. I think I'm going to try to do like a free training before the year is out. And that you can join the Facebook group at the link on the bottom. So the main handle is always freemicrolocktraining.com. And so if you want to do the giveaway, you'll just put /giveaway. If you want to see the free webinar, you'll put /webinar. If you want to join the group, /join. There's another one. If you want info, the main link tree that has even the Cyber Monday sales, you're going to put /info. And you'll be able to, so you got info, webinar, giveaway, join. Can y'all remember that? And those are the ends of this freemicrolocktraining.com to get you to the different pages. All right. So Cyber Monday, in a few hours, I'm going to shut that down. And then, so I'm just, although the price is going to go up for the main course, I think just until at least for the next few weeks, only have a few weeks left in the year, really. I'll keep it at the main $18.99, but it will go up in January. So this was just an opportunity to get, if you wanted the full program, this was an opportunity to get the April B styling class for free, or the whole system. I mean, the course itself is $18.99, so you're getting this and a couple $100 off. It was less for Black Friday, but Cyber Monday, the discount is a little bit less. And you can get in because I got your kit here. I got your tools here. I got your, whoops, sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to make it like that. Trying to make it a little, hold on. You're welcome. I got your tools here. Y'all know y'all get this little bag. I'm gonna shake it real quick so y'all can't see. and mannequin heads, and then for the extension students, you got that and more. So it's just really exciting. I'm happy for anyone who is joining us now, and we will see y'all in 2024. Oh, and those who have applied for, we have another grant program. I think I told y'all. Y'all are gonna get some information this week about people who want to be trainers, and then you get your grants, and then you get your locations. So it's just a lot going on with Black Friday week, which kind of delayed a little bit, but we have some selections, and we're gonna ask y'all for the next. We're gonna go to the next stage of selecting our site trainers for your particular locations, and then you basically are running your own in-person training. And the really important thing for me was to give y'all a stipend to help do that. I felt like it was a win-win. I know a lot of people want to be site trainers without even receiving money, but it's like, well, you got to get some stuff together for yourselves. You can have a little bit more, just a little mini grant. The things that I have planned for our members and community who value this higher level of information, you value this whole program, what it means to just the empowerment piece, then there's so much more I feel that I want to give that's coming down the pipeline of supporting and scholarships and grants. Okay, this is why it's nice to have a social worker, Black woman who's been through some things, who has empathy and caring, run a program, because I know what it feels like. And I'm just a social worker that wants to help through hair, healing through hair. It's always been kind of one of my things. And that's why I say what I say. And I realize it's not popular, and it's okay, because if it means that you're going to save yourself heartache, or, feel good about your hair and feel good about whatever, that means much more to me than being popular for the moment, because I'm saying what you may what many people may want to hear. What'd you say? I'm killing you in a good, what'd you say? I'm killing you. What? Where'd it go? Oh, in a good way. Wash his hands. Clap. Oh. I see this. Yeah. That's all, y'all. Have a good rest of your Monday. And I'm gonna look for your submissions. I'm gonna add a couple lines to that form. Let me go do that now, because I know. Give me 5 minutes before you fill out the link. Okay, you know the link. It's freemichaellocktraining.com/giveaway. Okay, I'm gonna just add a couple of lines. I want to be able to see you when you are engaging and know who is who. Okay, you as well. All right, y'all. Computer is acting. I can't even close out the thing. Thank you. All right, bye, y'all.